57 to 58, stamina 72 to 73, focus 91 to 92, skill 61 to 61, aura 72 to 82, leadership 57 to 69, tactics 69 to 77. Target Arthur Page, human, strength 82-83, agility 87-88, speed 80-84, stamina 71-77, focus 78-78, skill 84-85, aura leadership, tactics 84-85. Target Gary Williams, human, strength 86-95, agility 79-93, speed 80-86, stamina 72-76, focus 80-86, skill 80-86, aura 62-76, leadership 67-70, tactics 67-70. Target David Scott, human, strength 66-80, agility 72-73, speed 92-93, stamina 67-70, focus 80-86, skill 72-80, aura 67-72, leadership 67-70, tactics 67-70. Target and Hughes, human, strength 87-89, agility 78-87, stamina 78-86, focus 90-91, skill 72-72, leadership 91-91, tactics 85-86. Target Mary Lucy, human, strength 64-71. Agility 72-74, focus 69-72, skill 68-80, leadership 77-79. Target Walter Barnes, human, strength 34-34, agility 90-92, speed 52-64, stamina 76-78, skill 67-80, aura 80-88, leadership 36-40, tactics 68-85. Target Roy Meyer, human, strength 64-64, agility 71-71, speed 71-71, stamina 96-96, focus 92-98, skill 90-90, aura 92-98, leadership 92-98. Ability, Ice Wall, Blizzard, Frozen Seal. The England United national team is currently heating up Incheon International Airport. The England United national team arrives for the A match. They're going straight to the hotel for tomorrow's press conference. These lunatics are fucking strong. I only saw their pictures earlier, so couldn't use analysis. I don't think we can win. You do the planning. Hey, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. They've at least gotta be at this level for it to be any fun. Superpowers were awakened in a snow fight with this older brother. Please don't, Hyung. Damien. Reading books makes you a dullard, Roy. Iki Damien. Following this, Roy Meyer became a top battlefield player. I can't believe they're making this much of a fuss right up until the press conference. Ugh, this really is the worst. No matter where you go in this country, the guys are all the same. Ignorant, battle-crazed musclehead freaks. Even my own team, the LA Warriors, was eager to have Gerald Walker of the New York Bears join the team. Unlike him, Seo Moon Yeep's play style is extremely intelligent with delicate techniques and tactics. He'll definitely be perfect. The intellectual of my dreams. Robert Mayer. Hyung. What is it? My little brother. How are the preparations for the A match against Korea going? Great until you called. Still the same weak-ass chit-chat as always, lil bro. No wonder. After all, your opponent is Seo Moon Yeep, a fierce man like me. Of course, a weakling like you would be nervous. What? Seo Moon Yeep is like you? What a rude thing to say. My ears are itchy. He's fluent in 5 languages. He's an intelligent man who can get out of any trouble with his wisdom. What are you talking about, lil bro? I can guarantee it. Seo Moon Yeep is just like, what a joke. There's no way Seo Moon Yeep is like that. Korea UK A match press conference. And lastly, a question for Mr. Roy Meyer. Do you have an older brother by any chance? An older brother? Yeah, I do, But how did you know that? I'm not trying to pick a fight here, but I can read faces, you see. Did you awaken while getting beat up by your older brother? The intelligent and refined hero, Seo Moon Yeep. This bastard has a great face for bullying. I can guarantee it. Seo Moon Yeep is just like, hey, stop. Why'd you say that? Come on. It's fun, isn't it? He's good looking and doesn't look like he usually gets beat up. Strangely enough, though, his face would be perfect to beat up. Then, the answer here has to be that he has an older brother. There are faces that look perfect for beating up. There's one in front of me right now. Someday, I'll jump off a cliff with you and then teleport out of there. Someday. Give it your best shot. Sounds fun. Still, I'm immortal, you know, so. Roy Meyer. His close-range stats aren't that great. Strength, 64/64, speed, 71/71, stamina, 69/69, skill, 62/60. However, the problem is, the combination of having 96 points of aura alongside his abilities. Just one of those superpowers is enough to make him royalty, but he has 3 of them. Aura, 96/96. Ice wall creates a wall of ice 7 meters high and 30 meters long that lasts for 30 seconds. Frozen seal seals a target in ice for 20 seconds. Blizzard sends a blizzard of icy cold air forward. This kind of power can't be described with words. Not to mention, his focus stat is 90, his leadership is 82, and tactics 92. His timing and decision-making in actual fights must be spot on as well. A literal wizard behind a wall who isn't shaken up even if you try to attack him mentally. He'll definitely have a plan ready for close-range fights as well. At this rate, it's almost a 2v0 fight, or is it, a 2v1 at best? What are you thinking about so seriously? There has to be a way. There's no such thing as an invincible enemy. It's been a long time since I last saw that serious face. Used to see this face way too much. That's right. An expression of his from 17 years ago. He got so engrossed in his thoughts that he couldn't even hear others around him. He always made this face in front of an unconquerable dungeon. And soon after. Okay. Korea, let's try it this way. The match you've all been waiting for, Korea versus England, England versus Korea. The A match. The morning of the long-awaited showdown has dawned. As we speak, the national teams are entering the arena. First comes the A match's away team. Ranked 4th in the battlefield country rankings. Okay, knights and mages. The United Kingdom national team. United Kingdom world ranking 4. 4 tankers, 2 close-range dealers, 5 long-distance dealers, 0 supports. Facing against them is the home team. The Tiger of East Asia, led by the man who saved mankind and left behind countless legends. Seo Moon Yeep, the South Korean national team. South Korea world ranking 162. 5 tankers, 4 close-range dealers, 2 long-distance dealers, 0 supports. Whoa, even Seo Moon Yeep can't get them to win against England. Tiger? As if. They're barely a cat. I came here to watch Seo Moon Yeep, but I think I'll watch him lose today. The only way for Korea to beat England is to make it a 1:1 match, not with battlefield. Oh, everyone, did you notice? The South Korean national team isn't in their usual formation. There are a whopping 5 tankers. Moon Sung-hoon, tanker. Choi Hyuk, tanker. Seo Moon Yeep, tanker. Chai Woo-hyun, tanker. Baek Ji-won, tanker. Tankers, 4 close-range dealers, 2 long-distance dealers, 0 supports. That's right. Instead of their usual 4-4-3 formation, they're using a 5-4-2 formation. That means they've got more tankers than England. It's a step away from the recent trend of fewer tanks. Could this be a change to counter the UK's strong front line? The first dungeon of today's A match is the Labyrinth of the Dead. We can't wait to see what this new formation will show us. Korean team outpost, let's go just like we practiced, yeah. As we practiced, we're going to head to the English team's outpost. Scouts, reporting. The Korean team is moving at a high speed. They're headed toward our troops. Seo Moon Yeep is coming this way. That means he's going for a one-time team attack on us from the beginning. 5 tanks would slow down their hunting speed. Is that why they're trying for a victory in the beginning? They're coming this way. Well, great for us. We can wrap things up quickly and have some rest. How about we just tell them we're here, Roy? No. A sudden fight on a complex terrain like this is too unpredictable. We could ignore the variables if it was a weak team, but this being Seo Moon Yeep's strategy changes everything. No need for us to fight somewhere guerrilla tactics are possible. Everyone, we're moving to a wider space. We're here to win against South Korea. We can't lose this fight because of some unpredictable variable. Your strategy. Labyrinth of the Dead, underground 25th floor. Seo Moon Yeep's a tank, but he's at the rear. What is that formation? No. Right now, there existed something called. It was a block-shaped piece of plate armor filled with rubber, plastic, explosives, and so on. Reactive armor, by exploding on the outside as an instantaneous reaction to the moment the missile aimed at a target, it played a protective role for the tank it was on. Tandem charge to induce the reactive armor to explode, a small bomb was installed on top of the missile. Vanguard tankers, charge forward. Just a small chance is good enough, so pierce through them. Hey, I heard you have a skill that makes you invincible for 20 seconds. Ugh. Well, that doesn't matter if I kill you before you can use it. A few days ago, training room. This is the formation we'll be using for the A match. The tankers will be 5 of them. Coach, isn't there something off here? Isn't having even 4 tanks considered excessive? Of course, the British team's tanker lineup is solid, so I can understand having 4. But I think our lineup of dealers would be too weak if we have 5 tanks. About that, what a pain. This guy right here will explain in detail. Of course, I knew it. 5 tankers. Oh, it's Seo Moon Yeep. The man behind the curtain. How can we take down the English dealers if we add more tanks? Can we even compete against the English team just by adding 1 more tanker? Isn't it better to do what we've always done rather than learn a new formation, or something like that? You're thinking bullshit like that, right? I mean, you're all national players after all. My goodness. I'd rather die before suffering this. The point of this plan is to win in 1 blow early on in the game. So far, so good, right? Okay. Next stage. What's a tank's job? Chai Woo Hyun. Gimme an answer. It's a position meant to guard other team members. That's just half the answer. That is indeed one of its roles. A tank isn't just meant to protect their teammates, they also hold the line. Yep. Kinda like a game of hopscotch. Tanks create a safe zone for the team's dealers to fight freely. While tanking attacks, they guard our line so that it isn't breached. Because once that line is breached, even the strongest dealer could die. Arg, this was common sense during the Underworld Wars. Jaeho, do I need to explain this right now? So, are you saying that you're assigning 5 tankers to maintain that line? 5 tankers? No. How come I have to explain each and everything for you to get it? We're going to breach the enemy's line. Close-range dealers are too much like paper dolls to carry out this plan. Instead, we'll use 2 tankers with DPS as high as a close-range dealer. That'll be me and Choi Hyuk. We switched classes from close-range dealers. We will be the Frozen Seal seals a target in ice for 20 seconds. Ice Wall creates a wall of ice 7 meters high and 30 meters long that lasts for 30 seconds. Ice Wall, Roy Meyer, down. Seal Moon Yeep, 1. The chance to grab the ace. Ice Wall versus. In that case, he actually managed to isolate me by pushing Choi Hyuk to the other side amidst all that fuss. Not an easy one after all, are you, Roy Meyer? Uncle, are you okay? Hang in there. I'll join you when the teleportation cooldown is over. It's okay. Hang in there until this breaks, you guys. However, Roy, Ice Wall stays up for 30 seconds, right? Seal Moon Yeep didn't fall within normal human standards. This fight started out 10 versus 7 because 3 of them are on Uncle's side, but it became a 5 versus 5 fight in just a few seconds. England's too strong after all. Baek Hae-yeon, 1 kill. Can't lose our if we class. This is fun. As expected of player Baek Hae-yeon. Outstanding. She's showing every bit of the skills she strengthened at Paris Lumiere BC. However, this is a team game. Without a teammate to support her, Baek Hae-yeon. 30 seconds is so long. Seal Moon Yeep, 5 kills. Wait, did he just say 5 kills? No way. Did he kill all of them within 30 seconds? Take down Seal Moon Yeep first. I took down the ace alone and then took 3 more down as a treat. And what? All you did was kill 2 of them and get 5 of our own killed. How can you call yourself national players? Except Hae-yeon. Die. The first match ends with Battlefield vs H3 o'clock. Team Korea's victory. No way. That was crazy. Seal Moon Yeep. Ow, I'm exhausted. Yeep, you look like you've gotten stronger than back then. Of course. Unlike you, I'm giving it my all every day trying to improve. Those shouldn't be the words of a guy who lives in front of the TV. What's the point of me being strong alone? I have to do the work of 10 people by myself. To be honest, I don't know what to say. And you, 0.1 national players. Yes, sir. You did good at the start. The tanks held out well and took down Roy Meyer, but you were crushed within 30 seconds after that ice wall came up, right? Well, those guys have great physicality, so it's natural for our side to face more losses. However, you can't just get scared and stop fighting. Their line was breached and they were all flustered. If you had continued and taken 1 guy each, you could have taken down more than 2. If you're weak, please use your head for God's sake. Done. Now what? Yes, sir. We'll use our heads. The English team must be panicking now. The knights and mages tactic they've been using until now was completely countered by the fake tanker strategy. Yep. Like a slap at the back of the head. Because they know if France uses the same strategy, they'll be crushed. However, England will be back with a counter right away, too. Of course they would. You think their coach is playing around? What? I was planning on giving them the second set anyway. While those guys have those outstanding long-distance dealers, we'll go into the fight using the fake tanks strategy no matter what. Then, they'll cut down on the amount of long-distance dealers they have and add in more close-range ones. Except for Roy Meyer, the English team's symbol. They won't replace all of their long-distance dealers at the start. For now, maybe 1 or 2 of them. Still, we got the strong, legendary Seal Moon Yeep in the second set. Even if our national players get crushed by the English team's close-range dealers, the final score will be close. Then they'll be tense about the third set, won't they? More close-range dealers? Or will they still add in our specialty, long-distance dealers? Yeep, your personality's showing. They'll have to do a good job unless they want word of them being crushed into pieces by weak-ass Korea going around. One sure thing is that if France comes in with the fake tankers strategy, England's screwed. That's why the English will want to prove to everyone that they already have a solution to this tactic. Azusa's spiral cave. Charge. Ugh, the whole atmosphere is completely different. They're so firm. There's no crack for us to breach. TCH, don't give a shit about getting killed this time and fight on your own. You, Englishman. We were planning on just handing this set over to you, but, you better not let your guard down or you might lose. The second match ends with the English team's victory. And the MVP of the second match is, as you expected, Roy Meyer. Roy Meyer, 4 kills, 4 assists, a record of 4 kills and 4 assists. Among them, Snowstorm alone was responsible for 2 kills and 4 assists. That's right. Despite the hiccups, he played it out quite well. By tying down 6 Korean team players at once, he turned the whole game upside down in one strike. A picturesque use of his superpowers indeed. Only the winning team player gets it. Another player may not have gotten the MVP title, but, this player really is the shocking one, isn't he? That's right. We're talking about none other than Korea's Seo Moon-yeep. He deliberately fought as if he was being surrounded by the enemy team, to avoid being targeted by Roy Meyer's attacks. Yet, when necessary, he ducked behind his team's tankers and, he was on fire until mid-match, even giving the Korean team the lead at one point. The second match almost had a different outcome. After 4 kills and 1 assist. If only he hadn't been hit with Roy Meyer's frozen seal. That's right. Unfortunately, by the time the seal was lifted, the whole Korean team was taken down. But even after the seal was lifted, he fiercely took down 3 more of the 7 players against him, didn't he? He proudly proved that they can hold their ground against world-class players. No, rather, they proved that they can even win against them. Korea's superhuman, Seo Moon-yeep, is indeed a world-class player. Oh. Huh. This is the third set's dungeon. Why? Why? Is something wrong, uncle? I just thought it was good to see it again. I repeat. The grand finale dungeon for this A-match is, the Tomb of 10,000. So, the surrounding figurine pits will be manifested during the match as well, huh? Figurine pits, pits with clay figures in them. When we woke the Emperor up to ask about Waran, only the palace part had manifested. If we had manifested that, you know you would have whined about having to walk too much. The surrounding figurine pits house the Emperor's soldiers after they were made undead while they were alive. The structure is built so that the figurine pits collapse if you take down the guarding commander of each pit. The Imperial Palace in the center is where the Emperor sleeps, and it holds the troops under the Emperor's direct command, the Golden Army. Uncle, what are your plans for the third set? Hey Eon, do you remember who I killed first in the last 2 sets? Huh. Wasn't it the long-distance dealer? Yep. So, this is it for the fake tankers plan. From now on, we're going for a YSM-style counterplay. They got us. After much deliberation, the English team switched all of their long-distance dealers to close-range dealers with the exception of Roy Meyer. They made this decision because all of their long-distance dealers other than Roy died first in both the first and second games. However, the Korean team changed their formation to 3-5-3-0. They dropped 2 tanks and added a close-range and long-distance dealer. No way. Does that mean that the second match was a setup for the third? They totally got us. The Tomb of 10,000 is known for having more field monsters than other maps. In a hunting location this great, if the rear guard goes for the one-strike blow, no one could win against Seo Moon-yeep. In that case, come on, run. The third match starts now. Uncle, is it okay that we're not hunting right now? Listen carefully, Heian. You know that in a battlefield where there's a stat point difference from the start, the strategy of hunting points by catching monsters works better on the weaker team, right? Because earning points even slightly faster than your opponent can close the gap that comes from your inherent limitations. Yeah. That's why we're trying to buy as much time for hunting as possible. That way, we can go for a one-strike blow on a rear guard by strengthening our aura as much as possible, right? It's a staple Korean strategy, so I'm used to it. What you mean to say is that they'll see our entry, split up, and start hunting, right? Yeah, because they know we won't fight them, and with their long-distance dealers gone, it'll be hard for them to counterattack too. You're right. Still, there is one variable. Even if I take that into account, our team can't follow through, though. Right now, you and I are the only ones who can put up a fair fight against the UK without hunting points. We will disrupt the English team so that our team can hunt as much as possible. If we're against 5 of them, we'll try to stop them from afar with my spear and your teleportation. If we're against 4 of them, we'll look for an opening during the fight and head in. If there's less than 3, I'll instantly take them all down. There's 5 of them. For now, we'll just keep them in check. Roy Meyer, 1 kill. Roy Meyer, 2 kills. Damn it, that single variable. If the Korean team's back to its original formation, you'd be absent, heading to stop the others. I won't let the Korean team land a one-strike blow at the start like before. Roy Meyer versus Korean team 1 Chai Woo-hyun and 2 dealers. We're under attack. Team 3 is currently under attack by Roy Meyer. Only I, Chai Woo-hyun, am still alive. Ah, just that one variable. However, he predicted that the weak-ass Korean team would split up to hunt, and that Hae-yeon and I would leave to obstruct the English team's hunt. In other words, he was confident. Hae-yeon, join the main team as soon as you can. Okay, uncle. Team 2 and 4. From this point on, ignore the monsters as much as you can and run away at any cost. Run from Roy Meyer. Roy Meyer, 3 kills. Sure, you want a piece of me, huh? I'll take on that challenge, Roy Meyer, you punk. What's the point of you keeping us in check? How was it? Just like you pushed our buttons, we did the same to you. Seo Moon Yeep. Korean Team 3 eliminated Roy Meyer. English Team 1 Baek Hae-yeon. Boss Korean Team 4. English Team 2 Seo Moon Yeep. Korean Team 2. Can the Korean team hold out against me without you there? Ah, players of both teams have started to ignore the monsters and are on the run. A hunt between chasers and runners. Roy Meyer. Boss Korean team with Roy Meyer after the Korean team, and Seo Moon Yeep after the English team. English Team 2 Seo Moon Yeep. Boss. In the Tomb of 10,000, known for being a place where hunting is of great importance, an unprecedented chase has started. Seo Moon Yeep, 1 kill. Seo Moon Yeep, 2 kills. Seo Moon Yeep, 3 kills. Seo Moon Yeep, 4 kills. Seo Moon Yeep, 5 kills. Seo Moon Yeep. English Team 2 eliminated. Boss. Roy Meyer, 5 kills. Hae-yeon, you're on your way there, right? Yeah, uncle. Clear out the monsters on the way so others can run safely. Okay, uncle. And the rest of these punks. Arrows? Ah, Gary Williams, was it? That long-distance dealer who used arrows as a sub-weapon. Let's see. Current location boss. English team. Seo Moon Yeep. Skeleton Unit 8. I'm guessing he's planning on holding me here, but it won't be that easy. Amplify, catapult. Gary Williams vs English Team 1 Seo Moon Yeep. Korean Team 2. Boss Roy Meyer, Baek Hae-yeon. Will you be okay, Gary? Seo Moon Yeep's skilled at long-distance attacks too, you know. I'll be fine. I'll keep him in check by moving from one spire to another. Gary Williams, member of the English team, close-range dealer. Weapons, longbow/two-handed axe. Gary Williams, Seo Moon Yeep. English team 1 in the middle of hunting. You guys keep hunting and running. When you get the chance, join me. Let's just buy time. Until Roy hunts down the whole Korean team, no, even if it's just for a minute, so that Roy could evade Seo Moon Yeep. I don't know how much time I can buy with Seo Moon Yeep as my opponent. Though, don't, Gary. Don't worry. I'm in a blind spot right now. Seo Moon Yeep doesn't know I'm here yet, no, not that. Right now, a spear is heading toward you. What? Seo Moon Yeep, 6 kills. Oh, that feeling. It hit, huh? Archers always hide in the same damn place. That's a javelin meteor shower, you fucker. Teleportation once every 30 seconds, you can skip a distance of up to 10 meters. Death Ray turns aura into a ray of light that decimates everything. Tracker determines the location of a specified target within a 3-kilometer radius. Explosive sphere creates a flaming sphere that can cause a huge explosion. Vision relay, soul blast, catapult. Catapult allows you to control speed and distance while throwing an object. At least it's good for playing ball. It'd be great if there was a superhuman baseball league, but other superpowers sound way better lol. It's not a power worth advancing in. A flopped lottery. Until the world met Seo Moon Yeep. Catapult's significance lies in the fact that you can hurl an object with aura without having to assume the right posture. Additionally, with just the touch of a finger, the object would shoot toward its target at full force. However, hitting the target precisely is a different matter. Carpet bomb Seo Moon Yeep, 6 kills. Without Joe Siongo, I couldn't see where he was, but all I had to do was hit somewhere that'd be easy to take cover in. Roy Meyer, 6 kills. Ah, fuck. Just when I thought I caught up to him. That gross punk. What do? The rest of English Team 1 are all tankers. Team, United Kingdom. Going against all of them might be too much. On top of that, I'm low on aura since I couldn't hunt. In that case, something's weird. I don't see any sign of Seo Moon Yeep chasing us. What? English Team 1, huh? Since when? There's no way he got out another way. Oh. Did he enter the central castle? What? Come on. Even if we're talking about Seo Moon Yeep, what would going there alone do for him? He could be hunting by taking down the Golden Army and awakening the Emperor. That sounds ridiculous. The Golden Army in the central castle is on a whole different level compared to the skeletons in the surrounding figurine pits. They're an elite undead army handpicked by the Emperor himself. Even if he did manage to get through them, how could he take on the Emperor alone? Even if the Emperor's nerfed when he manifests, this place was considered an unconquerable dungeon during the underworld. Wars. Of course we all know that. But Seo Moon Yeep is the one who conquered the Tomb of 10,000 dungeon in the first place. Since the launch of Battlefield, countless dungeons have manifested as battlefield arenas. Whoa. Tomb of 10,000, Central Castle. Oh, I remember. Those Golden Army dudes. The Emperor was crazy as hell. All that gold armor. I made a nice chunk of change by raiding this dungeon and selling all the gold. Let's see. I definitely got through by slowly walking through the Golden Army. However, even with a small head count of 11 people, dungeons with bosses that could be hunted were prioritized when manifesting. Dungeons too difficult for 11 players to conquer were launched into the field after some gradual adjustments. Among them, the Emperor of the Tomb of 10,000 was especially strong. In terms of difficulty level only, it came close to the final dungeon, and judging by the boss, it was believed to be even harder. If he remained unchanged, 11 players could never be enough to take him down. Therefore, instead of just giving the Emperor a penalty that barred the use of his aura blade, a boss. Current location, Royal Palace. I saw you just recently, yet here we meet again, old man. Hop. This time, I'm not after you, though. Let me borrow that golden army of yours, that awakens when you're attacked. SC. There isn't a single golden army soldier. C. Didn't I tell you? Seal Moon Yeep hunted them down, damn it. We should have figured this out sooner. But how? In such a short time. Anyway, if he hunted the whole golden army by himself, he must be incredibly strong by now. He might even be hunting the Emperor right now. Let's go for a steal, at least. Come on. Hurry. The Emperor's completely safe, huh? He took down the entire army, but he left the Emperor. I know, right? Something's weird here. Doesn't taking down the Golden Army wake the Emperor up? What's happening, Seal Moon Yeep? Out of my way. Ha! You guys. Run if you don't want to die. I just ran full circle with those golden skeletons after me. Golden Army Seal Moon Yeep. They were faster than I thought. You hear the footsteps, right? No way, the Golden Army wasn't there because. Run, we're all tanks. To catch those guys, we need black aura at the least. But with all the constant running, it's barely purple. You don't need to explain that shit. Just shut your trap and run. It's okay. The Golden Army isn't very fast, so let's just take the other exit. Pft, pft, you're stuck, Seal Moon Yeep, that lunatic. Kahaha. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. Battlefield World Battlefield H vs 3rd, 5-1 AM great turnaround using Seal Moon Yeep's tactics. The English team was predicted to win by a landslide. An unexpected crisis has struck. Damn it, Seal Moon Yeep. Suddenly, there's only one player left, Roy Meyer. He's amazing indeed. Korean Team 2, consisting of Choi Hyuk, Shim Young-soo, and Yoon Byum, was trying to escape from Roy Meyer. Wait. We can't keep running this way. What? What are you talking about? Captain told us to run. I know. And, he must have made the right judgment. However, we're national players too, just like him. We're here to represent our nation. If Roy Meyer's going to take me down for hunting points anyway, I'd rather counterattack and deal some damage to him before it happens. We can't just keep waiting for the captain to solve everything. What nonsense. No, he has a point. Roy Meyer happens to be alone, and he's going to attack us out in the open. However, the captain can't relay any more orders to us since he's chasing the English team. So, isn't now the time for us to make our own judgment and fight accordingly? Let's give it a shot. It might sound crazy, but I'd rather be killed while fighting than while running away. I feel the same. We're fighting for the national flag as well. People say all national players except Seal Moon Yeep are as good as nothing. Whoa, even Seal Moon Yeep can't get them to win against the UK. Tiger? As if. They're barely a cat. I came here to watch Seal Moon Yeep, but I think I'll watch him lose today. The only way for South Korea to beat the UK is to make it a duel instead of a battlefield match. But let's change that. I mean, I don't care if they say that. Sounds good to me. Baek Hae-yeon. With me here, it's 4 versus 1. Let's plan it out. Roy Meyer versus Seal Moon Yeep boss Baek Hae-yeon and Korean Team 2. Baek Hae-yeon superpowers, teleportation, Rope Yoon Byum superpowers, shadow walk. Shim Young-soo superpowers, explosive sphere, restraint Choi Hyuk superpowers, aura focus, durability strengthening. Roy Meyer superpowers, ice wall, frozen seal, blizzard. You know. Roy Meyer's weakness? Yeah. Before flying back for the A match, I heard something from Paris Lumiere's Nathan and Chi-Chi. With that method, even a weak-ass team like ours. Paris can deal a serious blow to Roy Meyer. Is that the only way, even if it's 4 versus 1? He isn't ranked among the top 3 for nothing. Guys, do you think you're strong enough to hurt Uncle? I mean, Seo Moon Yeep? And no. No, I'm not. Hee hee, so, that method is the only way to help him. After that, Uncle will definitely be able to take down Roy Meyer. There's one person here I need to be careful of. Baek Hye-yeon. But right now, I have black aura. Mere blue aura users like them should know they have no chance against me. Do you have some sort of an ingenious plan? A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. A player from the British team was executed by the Golden Army. Executed? That's Seo Moon Yeep's doing. Was he planning on crossing over the center to get here? I can't believe he got my remaining team members killed in the midst of all that. I don't know what kind of trick he had up his sleeve. But I gotta put an end to them before he comes here. Here he comes. Dodge it. Split up. First, I'll deal with Baek Hye-yeon. Along with that ranged damage dealer with fire-type superpowers. Let's start with imprisoning the most annoying opponent. Frozen Seal. H-Heek. D, don't come any closer. The superpower's activation was quick, and it has tremendous force. But it's obvious where it's aimed at. What the hell? He's not even that quick, so why isn't it hitting him? You'll need to work a bit harder. Fuck. Getting my arm chopped off wasn't part of the plan. Restraint. Now, slowly wait for your death while you're trapped in that ice. And no way. He's a ranged damage dealer just like me, but he's in a totally different league. There's just one of them left. No one's here. He got them all. Don't be nervous, Baek Hye-yeon. Hye-yeon, you don't use teleportation to get somewhere. You use it to run away. I know, Uncle. But sometimes, you gotta do it. Despite that, I will not let my guard down, because you're worthy. Absolute. 0. This is the end of it all. What? Who? Hee hee. Where the hell have you come from? BM, now's the chance. Shadow Walk. Baek Hye-yeon. The plan worked. Distract him for a while. I am the only one left, but we were aiming for your weapon from the very beginning. Hiya. Ice Dragon's Fawn. Ha, ha. How's that? I am sorry. Ice Dragon and Fawn. Absolute 0. However, even after several years, dependency. That looks like one of my team members. You're late. Yeah, well, I did some hunting along the way. Seo Moon Yeep 6 kills. Roy Meyer 10 kills. It's only me and you here anyway. I don't think there's any more need to talk, so I'll make the first move now. Not only do I have white aura, which is the strongest, but I'll also use the coldest blizzard I can create. In a matter of seconds, your body will freeze and your mind will get cloudy. And yet, I don't think I can win. Huh? You said you'd make the first move. Is that little wave all you've got? It is fucking cold, but there's no way I'll just stand here and die for your sake. Well, okay then. I'll have to waste some aura, but I'll go for the maximum output. Amplify. Throwing. Ice wall. He's quick. Ice wall. Ho. This guy's incredible. He's super fast and skilled with his attacks at melee range. Most guys wouldn't even survive his blizzard. I'm heating up my body with all the aura I can muster, yet I can feel every single bone freezing up. He's a pretty good fighter. I should be grateful to Nathan for lasting this long. Even so, at this rate. Piece of cake. My turn. Geez, how can I brag about beating a ranged damage dealer in a melee fight? Huh? What on earth is happening? Seo Moon Yeep withdraws his weapons when victory is right in front of his eyes. What the hell is he thinking? God, that crazy bastard. Geez, he pulled the same shit with Gerald Walker. Is he in teacher mode again? What happened to your technique? That absolute zero or whatever it is. There's no way you wouldn't use your special power against me. Can you not use it without your weapon? There's no point making up an excuse now that you've figured that out. Yeah, I can't use that technique without my staff. Ah, just as I thought. No wonder you didn't do shit even though you had a few chances. There were guys like you during the war too. Hey, why do you think I agreed to participate in this match? Isn't it because a match with UK, a leading country in battlefield, is a good opportunity for Korea, a backseat nation? Do you have any tact? I don't know when. But time will come when we'll need the power of the strongest. So, I'm here to see just how capable you are. Are you forming the 7 heroes again? Well, I can't explain it to you right now, but it might just be something similar. If the Underworlders suddenly popped up in the past, who knows if some aliens invade us from another dimension one day? It won't be aliens though. So, Roy, do you think you can be one of the 7 heroes? Seo Moon, the Underworld Wars ended a long time ago. What on earth are you? Ah, whatever. Actually, it's a passing grade so far. Think of that as a written test, okay? How about an interview now? I'm going to throw the spear straight at you, using all my aura. If you block it with your absolute zero skill or whatever, you win. How does this sound? And don't even think about playing tricks with any other of your powers, or I'll kill you. He's more serious. Great. I'll give it a shot. I'll use absolute zero without a weapon. There's only one chance. Gather it. Focus. And then. You did it. You almost passed. That was just a second too late. With this, the victory goes to the South Korean national team. Incheon International Airport. People think he's a wild, unruly tyrant as portrayed in the media. But the man I met was a true hero, a wise and amazing man, always thinking ahead. Even with victory staring him in the eye, he stopped his spear and helped me fix my weakness. As long as someone bears the will to become stronger, he'll help them overcome their weaknesses. A true teacher for all superhumans indeed. I came to a realization. If someone asked me to pick the world's strongest superhuman, I'll always choose Seomoon Yeep. Oh my, I'm so proud of you. Goodness, the apple of my eye. The UK really sucks. It's not like I saved the world. Is it something to be so happy about? Oi, you might not have saved the world, but you saved the entirety of the Korean battlefield scene. We've never won an A match before. Victory is ours, the UK really sucks. What a thing to brag about. Plus, it's the UK. A 2:1 victory against the world's number 4. Victory is ours, the UK really sucks. I thought we might win one match at most with your participation. Have you been munching on some century-old wild ginseng or something? How are you stronger than the last time I saw you? Geez, do you think that's possible? He's right. My body did move quite well. Did something change during my fight with the Emperor? What's certain is that if I had fought this match before the fight with the Emperor, I might have lost as he had said just now. Well, enough about the A match. Let's settle the score now, yeah. You guys are terrible. You acted so disinterested that time. That's a different matter. Here is the list of players from the UK. Wow. Yem. The list of foreign mercenaries that the UK was supposed to provide. They're all active players, and most of them play in European leagues. We've got some pretty good candidates. The list had players who were either about to end their contract with their club or were looking to transfer. I didn't expect top players like Nathan or Roy Meyer, but I do see some AAA players instead. Ah! It feels like just yesterday, I was picking up players from high schools all over Korea. Isn't that a transformation? Oh. This guy. Mr. President, may I come in? Come in. What is it? The call just came in that Pietro's stats have been adjusted. Oh, really? The summon skills output has been reduced to 80%, and the spatial travel skills distance has been limited to 3 kilometers once every 3 minutes. The restrictions are weaker than I thought. That's the trend these days. Players have come a long way from the early days of Battlefield. We've heard that it's not fair to implement severe restrictions just because an ability is strong. So we're keeping nerfs to a minimum. Also, it was announced that Shuren's penalty will soon be reduced. It might be pretty scary facing Death Ray at the World Champions League when its power has increased from 50% to 80%. The next World Champions League will be a competition between the top 6 and not the top 3. Shuren, Pietro, and even me on top of the original top 3. Aren't you overestimating this? The match with the UK was enough for anyone to see your true power. There was also an interview with Roy Meyer. No, you're overestimating the rest of them. Of course, I'm the best of them. The rest will be fighting for second place. Mwahaha. Hee. In the future, the club's facilities and accommodations will likely require a major overhaul to accommodate the influx of players. Facilities? Accommodations? Right, you have a point. Since we're bringing in mercenaries from the UK, we can't afford to keep the rotten facilities as they are right now. Let's get our player welfare in order. Just one. Yeah, and for the rest, get the foundation down and bring me enough building materials to build 4. Oh ho, so you have a plan in mind? Yeah, because I have a guy with the power to duplicate things quickly as long as I have the materials and a sample to reference. Wow, that's an amazing ability. Yeah, so, you need to build a great sample building quickly. Okay, that's our specialty. The building you requested will be ready in a month. That fast? We all have superpowers related to construction, almost like we're the Avengers of construction. Oh. Then if you recharge your aura, can you reduce that time even more? Recharge our aura? Well, yeah. Maybe by half, since we can use our powers more that way. Then let's build a villa in 2 weeks. Tada! Everyone, it must have been difficult living in the countryside all this time. Now every player in our club will live in a 50 square meter luxury villa. One for each player, of course. You can bring your family or live alone. We'll even build a convenience store in the clubhouse, so we won't have to drive an hour to get to the convenience store. It usually takes 2 hours if you miss the bus. There's more. I'll even organize a special player management team and get housekeepers and a facilities manager too. Damn. Whoa, our president's dope. Seo Moon Yeep. A god. That's enough to work them up. Mr. President, that's all great and everything, but why am I? Everyone listen carefully. Joe Sungo here has volunteered to help build those buildings. What? People with construction-related superpowers will work here, so we can build it faster with more aura. Everyone, clap for Sungo. Okay, then. Good luck for the next 2 weeks. But what about the league? I'm also one of the main players. You get a personal car. Anything you want. Of course, sports cars are an option too. Mr. President, even so, this is. And you get a penthouse on the villa's top house. The only duplex. Ugh, W8. Annual salary, doubled. I, Joe Sungo, the courier prince, don't want to stop at just being a prince. Construction king. Call me Joe Sungo, the construction king from now on. Why did they leave out Joe Sungo? Without Joe Sungo, isn't Lee Na-yeon just a player who's quick on her feet? Did the compliments about directing get to his head? Korea has no home stadium. Removing Joe Sungo will only bring defeat. After all, he was the center of this exchange and... It's YSM's huge victory. It wasn't Seo Moon Yeep's, but Pietro's solo all-kill. Pietro Anela, 11 kills. Pietro Anela. He's fucking dope. As of now, I will take any attack on Coach Gabriel for his decision to remove Joe Sungo personally. Fuck, again, it's Seo Moon Yeep's pick. Where does Seo Moon Yeep get players like that? He has no experience, he's old, and he's subbing for Joe Sungo, so I thought he'd obviously be a supporter. This is fucking awesome. I'm pretty sure his firepower could match Shuran. Why is he fighting in a formal suit? Damn, that character, hehe. My goal is to win the World Champions League. Head coach of Paris Lumiere BC, Pietro Anela, our last puzzle. Moro brothers, Nathan Chichi Pietro, forming a team. LA Warriors express interest in Pietro. We'll recruit him. Who on earth is Pietro Anela, the eye of the storm? Why would you throw away the cell phone I bought you? It's too noisy. It keeps whining all day. It's annoying. If you have any business with me, call Lee Na-yeon. Na-yeon. Are you close with her? When I'm stargazing, she comes over and keeps blabbering. She's the only human I interact with other than you. Also, don't make me do annoying shit. I haven't done anything spectacular. What's all this fuss about? I even got a call to join the Italian team not long ago. I did what you told me to because I owe you, but if you annoy me anymore, I'll quit this shit and disappear. Then get naturalized and play for Korea. Then, I'll take full responsibility and make sure. You're not annoyed. So, will you get naturalized? Player training room. 10 more thousand downward slashes. Huff. Huff. Are you practicing? Mr. President. I told you to call me Hyung. You don't look all that great. Is everything okay? You know already. Did you hear about it? Yeah, I heard you were putting me on the transfer market, that's right. At first I was angry and upset, but then I realized there's no place for me as a starter anymore. All the players are so much better than me. Even so, can't you give me another chance, Hyung? You know what I'm going to say, right? Yeah. To be honest, I know. Because when I look at the new guys, I see more of my weaknesses, and the more I try to keep up, the harder it gets. In your eyes, if I transferred, would I be a starter on that team? Why are you asking me that? That depends on what you do. Come on, can't you be nice about it? I can't do stuff like that. Regardless, you became a national team player. I raised you to be just as good as everyone else.